I have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
There's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight
from where the zipper ends, round under my back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
And before we start today, I'd probably like to issue an apology to you, Jason, because on the weekend we saw each other and you were leading into the boot of someone else's car, and you had a bit of plumber's crack showing, and I used my water bottle to pour water down your plumber's crack.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about that, and I've come to realize that was really a very juvenile thing for me to do. And so I'd just like to issue a formal apology on the podcast.
I appreciate your apology. You're not forgiven, and revenge. I will have my vengeance.
That's fair.
Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. It's like I'm patient with it. Like I've got plenty of time. Like, you're not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
I'll stop reminding you though.
Oh, no, I'll never forget. I'll always remember. What I'll do is I'll teach my children to do it, and then they can pass it on to other children, and then you can create a bullying cycle of.
Imagine that they just started doing it to any man that they saw. You got a plum around, and they just do it to him. You're like, fuck, sorry.
Yeah, I've taught everyone to do it.
Funny.
To degrade people. That's got nothing to do with that podcast for today, though. As a segue into what we're doing.
Funny.
Pantsing is pretty funny. Today we're talking about the Nika Riot. Nika. No, Nika.
Okay, so we need to be careful. We can't mince our words on this one.
What for?
Can we call it the Nika Riot?
We can. We can call it whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to be the one who has to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm just concerned that you might mispronounce it.
The people would understand, surely. So this took place in 532 AD. Okay,
it's pretty early.
Reasonably early.
I feel like most of the stuff we talked about, I think Crassus was pretty close to that. Or a couple hundred years earlier.
Like 570 years earlier.
Oh, no, maybe it was the formation of the Roman Republic or something that was around like 100 or 200.
No, that was ages back too. You're miles off. You got no fucking idea.
We did one that was like 100 or 200 years after. All right?
We're in Constantinople. Do you know where Constantinople is?
Istanbul, not Constantinople.
That's the one. I was about to say, surely you know the song. Justinian the First is the emperor.
Home of the Byzantine Empire.
That is correct. And the emperor at the moment is Justinian the First.
Okay, so he is a Byzantine?
Well, yeah, he's kind of Roman. They're an offshoot of the Roman Empire, realistically.
Oh, okay, so not Byzantine. That was later.
The empire split in two, and one stayed the Roman Empire, and one became the Byzantine Empire.
And were the Byzantines, they were Muslim?
No, they were like Roman in culture.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying to you.
The Muslims wanted, like the Saracens wanted Constantinople, wasn't it? Didn't they battle
continuously?
Over it,
Continuously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We can do the proper siege of Constantinople. Yeah, if you're feeling up for it.
We'll do that one day.
We'll do that one day. Spoiler for later. So what I want to talk about is, so in the city of Constantinople at the time, they're involved in chariot races.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of chariot races taking place.
We've talked previously about horse burnouts and chariot drifting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, these are obviously competitions, and within the competitions there was teams of chariot racing. Were you aware of this?
Yeah, I mean, it all comes back to Gladiator. I keep bringing it up. I've seen the horse racing. And I've seen those little chariots they have, whatever they're called.
No, but there's
Chariots.
there's four teams. Okay.
Okay.
So these chariot races, they got four teams. There's the blue team, the green team, the red team, and the white team.
Mm-hmm. And they're just going around in a circle. It's the NASCAR of chariot racing.
Yeah. Good old fashioned race around the thing. So at this time, the blues and the greens
change wheels.
No, I would doubt they would change wheels mid-race.
Wheels probably just lasted.
Wheels probably stay. Yeah.
That makes sense.
You
They have to
probably
change
get the wheels.
So in some races, like a 24-hour, 12-hour race, they have to change drivers. I assume they have to change drivers. How many laps are they doing?
I believe I don't know. I didn't look that much into chariot racing. But
I have a feeling there's
assume
other
there would be
rules
different
to this game.
Surely there would also be you would have a marathon event, but also like a sprinting event. Like it just would depend on the day. Like to say how long's a race, that's just a stupid question because like they're all different lengths, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess so. Marathons are fucking boring as shit. I feel like they're the same as the cricket. It's like let's watch the start and then we'll just watch like the last 5 minutes and get the general gist.
It's like, do you want to watch someone watch half a marathon or a full marathon? And it's like, it's just people running. It's the same race, isn't it? Like the same people are winning it. This is just
Yeah. What's fucking crazy is how fast they run the marathon. So like I saw this video on YouTube and like I've tried to do it myself. So I think I can do it, but like it's fucking quick. Like so get on a treadmill, set it at 20 and just see how long you can run for it, like 20 k's an hour on a treadmill. Right? It's like it's not long. It's like, a couple of minutes, like probably like 3 minutes if you like really, really pushed it. It's fucked. But like that's like the professional marathon runners, like the guys that do, the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's how quick they do it. So they do it in like 2 hours, 40 kilometers, at running at fucking 20 k's an hour. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's not like it's like if you try it, it's like you're basically sprinting. You're not sprinting at full pace, but like it's a solid run.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We should do a podcast on that too. The naming of the marathon.
Nah, what? That sounds boring as shit.
Well, it's like about a guy who had to run like 42 kilometers to like marathon, I'm pretty sure.
I think people would prefer a clip episode. Hey, remember when... blah, 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 blah.
Right, so we've got all these teams supporting chariot races, right? And two teams in particular, the Blues and the Greens, are quite large and influential. Now, the thing is, they're not just supporters.
So these are supporters.
They're supporters,
Okay,
but they're not just
of
supporters.
This team.
They're not just supporters, though. This is where it gets a bit murky, right? So I think they started this way, but now they're turning into associations. So they're sort of turning... So, yes, they're sort of... The factions become... they start having social and political issues brought into their clubs.
So
sort
like
of
the Ferns in England behind the football teams.
Exactly like football hooligans, including the arson, murder, and violence that comes with football hooliganing. Okay. So these people they're taking political stances, and they're also like giving support for political issues. So all of a sudden, all the Blues are on your side for this issue. The Greens are on your side for this issue. If you've got a large group of people supporting you, that becomes quite a powerful thing within the city.
Well, it means you can advertise to them too. You can stick like Bud Light on the side of your chariot, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sell some jerseys. Did they wear the colours? I assume so.
Yeah, they wore the colours. Run around like street gangs. They started taking positions on who should take the throne next. So there's...
This is like... Because this sport sucks. So this is like... Imagine if you were super into cycling.
Yeah.
And you like started a firm like after some like cycling team.
Cycling have teams.
Like with the Lance Armstrong boys. Yeah, I know, but if their supporters were like violent.
Yeah. Yeah. So the supporters are violent. So the Emperor is a supporter of the Blues, okay? But he decides that these factions have too much power, so he starts to take more of a neutral stance to try and limit the power of these factions.
Okay. And this is... Sorry, so we didn't actually... It's just chariot racing. They like don't hit each other with weapons or anything like that. It's just racing.
It's not a violent thing, but it seems to be also that this did extend to other sports. But the main sport's chariot racing. So they would have other sports or other activities where it would be blues versus greens sort of activities versus reds versus whites.
Oh, they kept the... Yeah, okay, so the colour scheme went to other sports. Okay, so if you're a blue guy, then you're for all the blue teams.
Yeah. All right.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So it seems like I see this as like a look at history where it goes, we had shitter sports back then, but the concept of going for a team and barracking for them has been going on for at least 1,500 years.
Do you know what's quite interesting? So I was reading a book, I think it's called like You're Not So Smart or something like that. Great book. It's about like psychology, but just covers like a bunch of different psychological concepts. But one of the concepts that it covered was around like the colors of sporting uniforms. And so they found that I think basically the darker the color of the uniform, but in particular, like if the uniform is black, it leads to more violence on the field. So like sort of more aggressive play, but also like more fights and things like that. And then so it's interesting when like police decide that their uniform's black. Like I think in the US it's black, right? And they're like, oh, does that lead to like more violence?
Surely red's the violence colour.
Nah.
Black's the violence colour. Really?
Color. Yeah.
Because blue's the like calming colour, isn't
memory.
It? Blue's the calm one.
Green is like growth. They always say that's calming because it's like a plant, and so they often try to paint offices green because it like it's a growth mentality. Yeah. So that
people in the office grow as employees and people like.
Yeah, so they're just hard all the time.
I think it makes the color green makes you work harder. Is that what you're saying to me?
Maybe, I don't know. I think it's more about like personal growth and stuff. But I suppose growth in revenue streams probably quite important to the company.
Do you want to pick a team now before we finish this story?
So what do we got? Blue, red, green.
Well, the blues and the greens, anyone's important in this story. The reds and the whites are not.
If the Emperor goes for the blues,
you go with the blues.
Yeah, I'm more familiar with the color blue than I am with green. I do have some green pants, but I tend to wear blues, so we'll pick blue.
So you're going with the blues. All right. I've got a bit of a boring bit here. I'll try and skip through this as quickly as possible. Maybe I can just summarize it in saying that Justinian decided to tax everyone a lot. He's favouring the elites in the city. Everyone hates his tax policies. They're supporting the wealthy. He's trying to limit the power of these organisations in his laws that he's making. And the Romans had this thing, right, where they were very proud of their legal process. So it's sort of like laws were almost celebrated when they were passed. Like, I guess we kind of do that now. Like, when a law's passed, we celebrate. Apparently, Romans were really into that sort of stuff. So the fact that legal reforms then started...
I can't think of many laws that got celebrated when they passed. Maybe same-sex marriage.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I can't really see people like celebrating. Just be like, oh, sick. You know, we're gonna pay more tax.
But I guess
That's
no.
right.
But there's things like, I don't know. For example, like when it says like laws and stuff being passed, that would be like, oh, we're doing a new $50 million grant to build a new school. Like people are out there going,
sure.
yeah, we're getting a new school. Like, you know, there is that sort of stuff. Like as these laws are passed, but at the time, the issue is that he's not passing laws, and that's pissing everyone off.
Oh, okay. Do you reckon they probably would have had like orgies and stuff? Probably would have been heaps of grapes available.
Yes,
I would think
the
so.
football hooligans. They're drinking and we're hanging out in brothels and
Painting a young boy gold, that sort of stuff.
no, we don't have the money for that. They're still street hooligans. Gold's expensive. They might have to use silver or something.
Blue,
Right.
green.
So the Blues and the Greens, members of the Blues and the Greens were arrested in the city in connection with a murder during a riot after a chariot race. So nearly said charity race.
Can you imagine? Like, so I suppose I get killing someone from the opposing fern or gang, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get really angry. You're like, "Fuck you!" Like, green sucks
Yeah.
as a color, and that incenses you so much that you kill another person. But like, just killing someone out of like pure joy, like you're like, hell yeah, my team won. Like, this is fucking, you know, this is dope. And then you just kill someone. That doesn't make a lot of sense.
But this seems like people that supported the Blues and the Greens just happened to be involved in a murder that had nothing to do with their firm
the Blues
or their gang.
and the Greens. They teamed
Two
up
of them,
against the Yellows.
There seems to be it says Blues and Greens were arrested in the city for murder with deaths during after the chariot race. So I assume that murders took place. I don't know. It doesn't really say who. We don't have the historical records of what actually took place. You just know that a bunch of them were arrested for some murders after a chariot race.
I imagine we're not allowed to say it, but I imagine there's probably some R words going on as well.
Probably. It's a riot. That's what happens in these sort of riots, in these sort of times in riots. The murderers were to be executed, and most of them were, but 2 of them managed to survive because the scaffold broke.
Wait, so there's just 2 murders, and they just decide to kill.
So they murder.
everyone.
No, there's a bunch of people. There's a bunch of people arrested for a bunch of murders.
Oh, okay. So
Of
it's
both
heaps
the
of murders.
blue and the green.
I thought it was just like 2 murders.
They execute a bunch of them, but 2 of them avoid execution because the scaffold broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the gallows.
1 blue, 1 green.
Wait, how were they killing them back then?
They're hanging them, I assume. That's what scaffold is, isn't it?
Yeah, you think, well, gallows is the scaffolding for the... I think so. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, okay, so that broke.
So that broke.
They big
2 of them
big
left
units.
alive. But
They might be dropping them too far. Putting undue pressure on the joints if they drop them too far.
Yeah,
So
possibly.
So because you don't actually need to drop them at all. So I think they drop them so that their neck breaks, which is like a nicer way to die than actually strangling to get to death. But you don't have to drop them at all.
Do you think
just have the rope be the exact right length, and then you take the floor out, and then good to go.
I'm still fascinated by the scaffold broke. All right, you guys can live. Really?
Oh, just let them go. That was it.
Well, no, they sent them to. They commuted their sentence to imprisonment. We're not going to let them go, but we put them in prison.
Yeah. They liked their signs and omens back then. Perhaps they saw it as that.
They did. Maybe. So they're imprisoned. So Justinian declares that there will be a race on January the 13th. Okay. The Blues and the Greens demand that their 2 men be pardoned. So they now start a bit of a... We want our guys back.
Without them.
So the race took place 13th of January, 5:32. An angry
These guys
crowd
mini
arrives.
celebrities
What?
at all, or why do these people need to be released?
It seems to be
were they little celebrities, or like they're just like, oh no, they're one of the Blues. So
that's yeah. It seems to be very much that. That's one of our boys, and
Not
it seems to be very much.
or anything.
It seems very like we're a firm. That's our guy. He's our team.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very strong team mentality going on.
Did they have mascots? Maybe some sort of like depressed individual for the blue team. Like
Imagine,
it was really
I was
sad.
thinking about it, like, imagine you get like a team that happens to play all the sports that you ever watch, but then also aligns with your political belief.
Yeah.
And then mash that into one ultimate team, and that's basically like...
Yeah. Be like MAGA. It'd be like if MAGA had a team. In every
MAGA,
sport.
yeah, you merged
like,
a MAGA
yeah.
supporter with a mad football supporter.
To be honest, it sounds like the perfect life. Imagine how little thought you'd have to put into it. You just get told what to do. You'd be like, sick. I get to watch this sport. I go for all of these teams.
Blue for life.
It sounds fucking awesome, to be honest.
It sounds quite simple, doesn't it? I'm with these guys.
Yeah.
That's it. This is who I am.
Yeah, it's very identity forming or identity informing.
Yeah. So obviously, the angry crowd roams into the Hyperdome, and just starts insulting the Emperor with chants. It started with chants of blue and green, and then started the unifying word.
Wait, so these guys come in and they're just like blue, 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 blue.
Yes.
The guy's like, what the fuck do you want? How do I appease you?
And the other guys are shouting.
What are you talking about?
And the other guys are shouting green, green, green.
See, this is what I would imagine too. So, okay, so this is your entire life. That's the only word that you use. And I imagine it becomes like some sort of like blood and crypt type thing. So I don't know if you know this, but like, so the Bloods, I don't know if the Bloods are the same. So the Crips, because their rival gang is the Bloods, they won't say any word that starts with a B. If it starts with a B, they'll replace it with a C. So if they're going to call you a buster, they'd call you a custer. Yeah.
Okay.
And they'll say, yeah, anyway, it was something I learned from like Channel 5, which is this YouTube channel, but like, yeah, so there was a guy, Crip Mac, and he always says like, everything gonna be all right, but he goes, everything gonna see all right. Yeah, they just won't say like they won't say any words that have like the letter B at the beginning. It's crazy.
Okay.
So imagine that's what these guys kind of like. Pretty similar.
Yeah. But then they started shouting Nika. Or
That's why I said to pronounce it differently. Nika.
Nika. You know what it means?
No.
Win, victory, or conquer.
Win, victory, or conquer. So yeah, so they're saying like, win blue. What's that? What? Just win.
Yeah.
I still think it's so funny that they just came in there just yelling blue. Blue. It's like, what are your demands?
They said their demands. They want those two guys out of jail.
Yeah, I know, but they're just shouting blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so they start shouting Nika.
And they just take to full-out rioting. Place erupts. Full-scale riot. And funnily enough, the two factions decide to work together in this riot.
I was literally just going to say that. They don't actually seem like they oppose each other that much. Like, they're both like, oh, yeah, these guys are living the life. You know, we're living the life.
Yeah.
That's all cool. They're more of like a threat to outsiders.
Yeah, well, both sides are obviously now like, you're giving all the shit to the rich people. We've had enough. And yes, they've begun this riot together against the wealthy. Set fire to the palace. Would be a good thing to do. And they started just destroyed much of the city. They destroyed the churches. Half the city was said to be destroyed. Okay. On the second day, Justinian offered to have more races to attempt to appease the crowd. He thought that offering the...
He hasn't realised that these groups formed around the races, and that could be like somewhat, a starter for the issue.
I have highlighted this as a... Really? Your plan is that yesterday's riots, and it continues, I guess. The plan is, let's go back to where it all started and watch another race? Like, that seems like
Admittedly, think about it this way. They don't riot while the races are on. So if you could start a never-ending race, they'd never riot. Right?
Yeah, possibly. But this did not appease the rioters. Were not having any of this. They're over their races. They want to keep rioting. The rioters demanded that he dismiss a bunch of his advisors, and Justinian accepted these demands. Okay, but then the crowd didn't disperse at all and refused to accept his apology. So they gave him a bunch of demands.
Sick, dude.
He did them, and they just ignore him still.
Yeah, that's sick. No, because you're like, well, he did that. So what else could we get him to do? Like strip naked, do a little dance.
Okay, this is where the crowd goes a little bit out of control, right? So then they declare there's a new emperor, Hyspastus.
So they just pull a guy out,
a nephew of the former emperor.
Okay. So but where did they find? Like they pulled him out.
They take him from his home against his will and his wife's wishes.
And they're like, "You're the emperor now." That's that's very funny. Just be like, "It's you." I don't fucking want this.
I don't fucking want this.
Yeah, well,
this
fucking do that. It's you now. Who did he go for?
I don't know. It's a good question. It seems he denies everything about this. He's like, I wanted nothing to do with this. They took me against my will. I don't want to wreck his story, but on his deathbed, he's still declaring, I had nothing to do with this. They just took me out of my house against my will.
I'm fully convinced that people who don't want to lead, who get into leadership positions, are the best leaders.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm fully convinced of that.
Yeah.
Because the people who want to be there, they're too power hungry and egotistical and narcissistic. Whereas those who don't want to lead, but the people trust them so much and want them to lead, I think they're the best leaders.
Yeah. Being elected from the ranks is definitely the best way to lead. This just seems like he's related to the emperor. It's like he's the next best guy, surely.
Yeah.
Who's the closest relative? That guy. So as we said before...
He can say more words than just colours.
Yeah.
He can say more than just blue. They're just yeah.
Poor fucking
Emperor. Blue. Blue.
So I think I did wreck it before, but yes, as I said, that this riot continued for a week.
I'm imagining these people like Pokemon. They're just like blue. Everything's blue. It's like, and he's just like, yeah, we're gonna pass this new law, and they're like, blue. It's like all they can say. It's kind of like Idiocracy.
Yeah, all their laws are just paint everything blue and green.
They would have fucking loved Gatorade. They'd love that shit.
All right. So he considers fleeing. It's that bad. But his wife tells him stop being a pussy, and he decides to stay. It doesn't say that, but if your wife's telling you you need to stay, I would say he should be abusing him quite heavily.
She might have just gave him some kind words of encouragement.
If he's like,
perhaps it's a loving and respectful relationship.
I doubt it. No, I just feel like he would have been like, we got to get out of here. This city's burning. And she's like, I ain't leaving. I'm a queen. Something like that. You need to get your fucking man ass and fucking put these rioters down.
She's probably like 10. He's like 52.
Okay, he decides to come up with a plan. And the first thing you do is get a eunuch. Alright? That's the first thing in this plan.
Right, the first ingredient that I'm going to need is a eunuch.
But it is. That's his plan. He gets the eunuch Narcissus.
And a eunuch is... so they cut off the testicles before they reach puberty.
I believe so. Yes.
Dick as well? Just balls?
No, it's just balls, I believe.
Yeah, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to piss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just balls.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But he got an actual eunuch. He didn't say, like, bring me a boy, I'll cut off the testicles, and this shall be my eunuch.
Yeah.
Very funny way to start a plan. My first is eunuch.
All right. So
it's like like a Master Chef.
Yeah.
Where they reveal the secret ingredient. Oh no, it's not Master Chef. It's that one it's that Japanese one where they challenge the Iron Chef, and they'll reveal and they'll be like coriander or something.
Okay, but I think the thing is
like eunuch.
Yeah, but the reason he did the eunuch was because like I think they're trusted. I think eunuchs are trusted to not be like corrupt. Because the argument is they can't be narcissistic because they can't have children. And like, sorry, not narcissistic.
Yeah, they can't be covetous.
Nepotism. They can't be involved in nepotism, which is obviously right.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I guess they can't be covetous because they don't want to fuck.
Yeah. So there's all this sort of like, so sort of like get a trusted man. So they got him. Now he's going to meet. The
funniest thing is, they're saying, okay, can't be covetous, can't be, whatever, nepotistic. But they're basically like, you know what we need? We need a man who's got nothing to live for. That's what we need. We need a nihilist.
Well, you haven't even heard what he has to do. Like, obviously, like, you just get a eunuch.
Just walk on hot coals.
So we're going to go back to the stadium where it all took place, and he's going to meet with the Greens and the Blues and their leaderships.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks in with a bunch of giant bags of gold. Okay? And he walks directly to the Blues. He tells the Blues that Justinian has always supported them, and he's a blue at heart. The Emperor's a blue. Like, come on, boys. Like, he's a blue at heart. Like, yeah, he's a blue. And that how could they support the Greens over another Blues supporter?
Okay.
A eunuch Narcissus then hands out the gold to all the Blue leadership.
Well, I imagine that conversation probably didn't go like that, though. Probably went something like, blue, 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 blue.
Blue? You like blue? I like blue. Blue. Also gold. It's gold and blue.
Blue.
And
blue.
And then he addressed his followers. And what do you think the speech was? Blue, blue, blue. No.
So he gave a bag of money to the Blues, and he said, "Hey, support me because I'm blue." And then he came out and talked to the Blues, but he's forgetting about the Green.
Yeah. Okay. So, meanwhile, while this was all going on, apparently they had our Hypatus on a coronation chair, also sitting in the middle of this group.
There's two things going on at once.
Well, just like he's there on a coronation chair in the middle of this. I think they're sort of going, if this negotiation goes badly, I guess he's their emperor. I don't know. He's there, though.
Yeah.
Most likely against his will. And the Blues just walk off. All the Blues just immediately disperse. After they're given their gold and they've had a little talking to, they all just begin to disperse.
In support of him. Like, they're just,
they're like, rebellion's over. We're all going home. Yeah. Right, it's done. So they all begin to head home. Greens are furious. They start throwing rocks at the Blues. And then as the Blues disperse, armies storm into the stadium and 30,000 people are killed. Is the quick version of that.
Because they don't have any weapons, yeah.
So they're all
30,000. So it's 30,000 people in a building or like in a square?
Well, it's a giant bloody racing stadium.
Oh,
it's
no,
a hippodrome.
in the stadium.
The hippodrome. It's a hippodrome.
You said Hyperdome before.
Did I? Hyperdome, hippodome, whatever it is.
Okay, all right. So 30,000. Jesus Christ.
Not so much all soldiers, but it creates obviously a giant panic and this trampling and chaos. And
well, the soldiers probably get to come in on the outside, surround them, and then just stab them with spears. I would imagine.
No, it says it like we don't have much information obviously about it, but it says that more people were killed in the chaos of trampling than by the soldiers themselves.
Okay.
So you tend to think that there's a lot of people getting squashed trying to escape. Everyone's running for their lives.
Happens a lot.
And that's the end of our riot. Hypastus executed. Claimed his innocence. The emperor wasn't having any of it.
Oh, okay. He killed. Okay, he just kept the throne. Or Hypastus. He gets dragged out of his home. Told he's got to lead, and then he gets killed. I believe him.
Yeah, I somewhat believe him too. It does happen a lot. It's kind of like, but at the end of the day, like, if a riot was to start again, the leader's still there. So it's kind of like, it's always a bit of a catch-22 of like, but when the rebels decide to rise up again, they're going to try and grab him again and do the same thing again with him. Which you can't have. He dismissed all the previous demands as well, so all those demands that he gave into and then they didn't say sorry, he just put everyone back in charge, put all these taxes back in place.
It's all two-faced.
Faction violence didn't end. In 565, which is what? When are we going? So about 35 years later, the fighting becomes so bad with these factions that they have to be purged.
By purged, you mean they killed the factions?
They have to destroy all these factions.
Killed them or just broke them up?
You would have had to kill a few, kill the leaders, disperse them.
Do you think that's why there's so many like teams now, like NBA teams and that? Because they know if there was just two, then there'd be a lot of violence. So maybe that's all you had to do was introduce more colours.
That's a very good point.
Factions smaller.
Yeah.
So they fear the state of origin because there's only two teams. That's concerning to the government.
I guess
surprised
so.
they still let it happen.
You've been to stadiums though; they're pretty well like.
There's plenty of security.
There's plenty of security at stadiums.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna be willing to commit 30,000 murders.
But like, if you were gonna commit 30,000 murders, that'd be the best place to do it. You'd think.
Yeah, but they don't have enough security. There's fuck all security guards. There's like one per like section. If the people rose up, if they were all.
It's probably like a guy every 5 meters.
Then I imagine that the Maroon supporters sound like Scooby-Doo. Maroon?
Maybe it's okay to bring them together for a small amount of time, but then you have to split them back to their clubs. Maybe they worked that out too.
Yeah, just 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games, a small period of time's okay. Brings everyone together, it's kind of a good thing, but then you want them to split back up because you don't want any one group getting too powerful.
Conceptually, I find that interesting. That's a possibility.
You're probably right, though. I was just thinking that, like you've seen riots of sporting teams in like current day from like all over the world, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you made
only 2 teams.
That's what I mean. Imagine if you like made the supporters 10 times that. All of a sudden, the riot's 10 times the size. All of a sudden, it's like
half the city, like half the cities in the country just have riots.
Yeah,
and they just get destroyed.
And everyone's attacking because there was a bad call on the
in the 90th. Yeah, exactly. Or even if everyone just like has a bad day the next day, or their productivity goes down so much.
Yeah, I think that was saying like the riots were like regular. It's like it wasn't like this one got out of control a bit, but like a little bit of a riot was like quite normal for the time. Like fights and brawls and all that sort of stuff were breaking out like almost every race.
Well, there's certain cities where, like in the US, where that's pretty common, depending on like the teams. Like they'll often have riots after. And I think the riots are actually worse if it's a win. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
People get all G'd up.
And talk to the English. I'm pretty sure they're pretty like CCTV footage of surrounding the stadiums and making sure that everyone's kept separate.
There was those huge hockey riots. Do you remember that? Like it was like when we were in school, I think, or maybe just after. There was these huge hockey riots. I can't remember if it was in Vancouver or Calgary. They fucked up like the whole city. Like,
what happened?
They were pissed because they lost. I think they lost the Stanley Cup, which is the grand final.
Yeah.
And they just fucked up the city. Like they were like rolling cop cars and stuff. Or rolling cars, maybe not cop cars.
Jesus.
They're meant to be polite.
I think you're right. I think you got something on this. Maybe we should start merging teams and start building a political group behind a football team.
I think so, yeah. And we'll sort of, the coach will become the prime minister.
Yeah.
And then we'll sort of progress to deification. We'll make the prime minister also God.
They make it like some former player of the club.
Yeah, Mal Meninga. Make it Mal Meninga. Have you seen that video of him running for parliament? It's the funniest thing.
Yes, I have.
Oh, dude, that is the funniest video where they ask him one question, he can't answer it, and like within like 20 seconds, he's just like, "Yeah, I'm not going to do this," and he just walks out. It's so funny.
He could have done it too.
Probably made so much more money though, just like coaching.
Yeah, probably. Had the easiest job in the world.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't have been anyway. He's dumb as shit. Like he would have been terrible. He would have been terrible. Don't
make fun of Mal Meninga. He's a Queensland legend. He can't do that.
He's a legend. He's a Canberra Raiders legend.
He is.
But I'm just saying he may not be the most intelligent man. I retract that statement that I said he's dumb as shit. I think he'd still beat the shit out of him.
Possibly.
Even though he's, like 55, 60.
He's making a new job too, I think. He's going to coach the Bears.
Is he? Where are they putting the Bears? Western Australia?
Well, yeah, they're going to Western Australia, but they were originally North Sydney.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I didn't know why. Do you think it's because they went, whoever went for the Bears, like, so we'll get this new supporter base in Perth, but then whoever goes for the Bears will, like, go for this team as well? Is that, you think that was the strategy?
Maybe. I saw the Leagues Club that was like, yay, the Bears are back, and it's like a bunch of really old people who look very sad to be drinking in a pub on a Tuesday to be like, yeah, our team's back, except they're in Perth now. It's like, how is that the same team? Just start a new team. I think they just... I think it felt like more of a... People kept trying to get them back in the competition, but if you do it like half-assed and just send them to Perth, they can't actually bring them back a second time, if that makes sense. Like, you can't have two Bears teams in the competition.
So they kept taking the North Melbourne Kangaroos to play in Canberra. Kept trying to make the North Kangaroos happen. They're not going to happen. Anyway, This isn't a football podcast, so maybe we'll just wrap it there for this week.
Right, fine.
History Squirt.